Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do my first impressions on the Alliance Designs Slim Pickens here. This is the full-size version of this knife. It is manufactured by Riot, and it's actually very interesting, very cool. Clean it off here a little bit. And my initial thoughts on it are, I'm sort of glad I never picked one up. This came out, I think, a little bit before I really got into the hobby hardcore when COVID hit again. COVID hit. I believe these came out the year before, like 2019 or something. I'm not 100% sure. But there's just something about it that seems to be right-hand biased. And I'm not just talking about deployment and clip. Talking about the way it flips open. I guess I meant not the button lock and the clip. The deployment is actually what I am talking about. Something almost internally, like, I don't know, it just seems weird left-handed. Right-handed, it's a much smoother deployment on it. I also am not a huge fan of this flipper tab. It looks cool. I really like it aesthetically. I love the jimping on there, and it's kind of interesting to flip out. But in the end, it's kind of not working for me because I don't always get the best kind of, I don't know, grip on it, I guess. And then you tend to fail the knife. I'm not a huge fan of these standoffs on the clip. I guess they did that because they wanted to have this really tall kind of point right here. So it's kind of interesting how they did that, but I'm not a huge fan of that. It does go in and out of pocket just fine. No issues there or anything. And overall, the design is really cool. I mean, it's definitely an interesting and unique type design. I like it just like I like the mini one. That's why I've always been intrigued. I love the blade shape. Just this, I guess we'll call it a sheep's foot style blade. The hollow grind on this thing is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it is up there with the Evo 2.0 in terms of how thin it is. Like, I can basically feel the other finger on the other side. That's how hollowed out it is. Really, really digging that. The action on the close, let me zoom out here, is button lock sexy. I mean, just really good. I mean, you'll see it basically acts like my Malibu here. Oh, look at that. It's not even dropping. There it goes. That must have been me. I guess you got to give it a little more lean than I thought. But yeah, I mean, the action's even better than that on the close. It just flops down, which is really cool. But you'll see there, it's just something about this flipper tab and the way the detent is set up. It's strange. Like, it has all this play right here, and then it kind of like, it's really weird. Sometimes it's more than others. Like right now, you'll see now it's kind of light. It's, I don't know, it's super strange how they dialed that in. And something about it, like, look at that. It comes basically, the blade comes out. It's hard to do when I'm like, yeah, see, that didn't work. Hard to show you that, but you can see the blade basically protrude there. I mean, that is all detent slop, as I would call it. Now, it's an interesting slop. It's not like, see, and I can't, there we go. Like, it's not like slop where, like, there's no tension at all. It almost feels like it's assisted. It's like sucking it back in when I let go. So that part's good. But the fact that this exists is absolutely terrible. That's a real killer for me. That's a deal breaker, honestly, for me personally. And then again, left-handed operation just somehow is weird. I don't know if you saw Jake, Bearded Gear, did a review on the mini one. And he was telling me left-handed, it just wouldn't, like, it wouldn't deploy properly. Like, it was really strange how it operated. Even though there's no, like, lock bar you're pushing on, there's no reason why that should happen. All I can think of is because I don't know, you're putting pressure on the other side or something. I don't know. It's really weird. But yeah, this does not have the double detent system. So you can, gravity knife it or whatever. It's not locked up like a button lock shit stain Elementum. So, those are good things. I love the titanium on this. It's done very, very well, finished well. Obviously, Riot knows what they're doing, guys. It is dead centered in Riot fashion. I love that 6-gun pivot. Looks really cool. The jimping up here is also quite interesting. It kind of reminds me of the Liang Ma Razorback jimping. Like, it's kind of angled back at you like this. Like the jimping is cut in on an angle down this way so that it kind of aims back at you. And then when you put your finger down, it grabs. But if you go to slide like this way, you don't really get, hung up on it or anything. But when you bear down, it really digs in. It's really quite nice. So I like that. It just doesn't go up far enough. If you're going to use this flat, or flipper choil, I guess, you're not going to have any of that jimping there to help you with control, which kind of gets me to ergos. It's interesting. Like, back here, yeah, that jimping's good, and my hand fills the whole grip, which is nice. Like, unlike the small one, I'm betting on the mini, you would have to be up here just to get a full grip, and then it's kind of weird. This is not comfortable to me. After, like, trying it a little bit, using it a little bit like that, it's not like a good forward choil, flipper choil, flat choil, like Veros have this type of deal. Just does not feel like that at all. It's quite uncomfortable. Maybe it's my hand size. I have a large glove size hand. Could just be that. But that's something to note. These are not available anymore. They did a certain number of them, and that's why they came out with the mini, because these were very popular and people wanted more. I think this size makes more sense than the mini one, probably. Just based, again, on those ergos and everything, because you have a full grip when you're back here. Kind of makes sense. And I will say, the cutting edge on this is fantastic. Again, that hollow grind is spectacular. One of the best I've ever seen. Really cool swedge going on up here, and then flat right here. Really good Riot belt satin. Nice and chalky, as I like to call it, but everybody else will say that I said milky, which I didn't. Anyway, guys, that's just a quick rundown and kind of first impressions of where I'm at with the Alliance Design Slim Pickens. I'm glad I got to check it out, and I'm also glad I never dropped the cash to get one, because I definitely would not have kept it around. So I'll still do a full review and kind of go over everything in person. I mean, face cam style or whatever. And we can wrap that up in a week or so once I get to carry it a little bit more. But yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by to listen to me rant and rave about this here Alliance Design Slim Pickens. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Oh, today is Mother's Day for me. So I want to wish a happy Mother's Day to anyone watching that is a mother or an aunt or a sister or anybody who influences a person in a positive way and is a female. We really appreciate that. I always include my aunt when I give Mother's Day gifts. She has done a lot for me over the years, so I don't think it should just extend to your mother, right? Teachers, in some cases, just, you know, anybody who has affected me positively and is a female, I really appreciate on Mother's Day. And my wife particularly has been amazing with our child. So anyway, happy Mother's Day to everybody. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.